I wanted was an S-Class, yeah. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Tune in to Sex, Love, and Plastic. Sex, Love, and Plastic.
Sex, love, and plastic, alright?
We're just talking that shit on this.
Y'all already know the fucking vibes. Welcome to another episode of Sex, Love, and Plastic. I'm your host, Jazz, better known as J De Niro 21. You can follow me on Instagram, and you can follow me on Twitter at DaddyJazz21. And make sure you follow the Sex, Love, and Plastic Instagram page. Y'all, we have one. I just never said it. We been have one, alright? Alright, so today I got a special guest in the building. Please introduce yourself and tell the people where they can find you.
Okay. My name is Reya. I'm a fellow podcaster. Straight out of Southside, Jamaica, Queens. Yes, sir. I have a dope podcast called Reckless Talk with Reya. We talk about a lot of sex-based podcasts within the LGBTQI community. I have a studio in Freeport, and you can find me on Instagram at Reya.
So, today's topic, we're going to talk about new relationships.
Okay.
And, you know, speaking of new relationships, you're in a new relationship.
I am in a new relationship.
How's that going for you?
It's going.
How new? Tell the people the timeline.
We've been together for 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. So it's a pretty new relationship.
Yeah. How long you were single before that?
Before that, I was single for about a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had some time. So.
Oh, I was outside.
Oh, you was all the way outside.
I was outside.
You was outside in terms of like you was clearing your mind outside, or you was outside, like.
I would say both. After that relationship, I spent a couple of months by myself, you know, just finding my peace again. And then I was outside. I was serial dating. That's what I call it.
Serial data. That's what we like. Serial lovers. We have episodes of that. We love Kaylani. She's a serial lover. Somebody under the comments let me know, because I'm not big on TikTok. But when this video come out, let me know that Kiara and Kaylani break up, because I've been seeing the rumors. I don't see no photographs, but all my TikTokers let me know what's going on, so I can update my checkerboard I got for her. Shit. All right, so new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What type of partner do you have, as far as like how they identify?
She identifies as a lesbian, but she's feminine.
She's feminine.
Very feminine.
Okay, there we go. So I let y'all know that's femme action.
Hold
on. Hold on. I was just about to say that. That's why I said,
yeah.
Are you more aggressive than you look?
Somebody
would assume you look.
Then someone would presume, yes. I would consider myself a no label. I don't do labels, but I am the more dominant energy in my relationship.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay.
Everything copacetic.
Yeah.
All right, you said you've been in a relationship for 4 months.
Yeah.
Is the 4 months, like, that's from the day y'all met till now, or is we talked first and then we started this date, and from this date is 4 months?
Yeah, so we dated first, and the 4 months is from when we made it official. But we definitely dated for a couple of months before that.
All right, because I definitely wanted, with the new relationships, I want to talk about the stages of relationships, because as we know, in the LGBTQ community, we are known to be U-haulers in the first week.
Yes.
We move pretty goddamn fast.
Too fast.
You know, 1 year is 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
A week, you made it past a lifetime, might as well get married.
I agree.
Yeah. Once the sex dies down, though, sometimes you realize you don't like that person no more.
What I like to do, I like to date. Anybody that I talk to first, we're going to go through the dating phase. I have to see, I think it's all about compatibility. So I have to see how compatible we are. Are we compatible mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually? All of those things come into play before I say, this is my girlfriend.
I appreciate that, because a lot of us are known to jump right into another thing. You're not even fully healed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's because there's usually a notion, you got to get under somebody to get over somebody.
Right.
And that's where it becomes like a rebound type of situation.
Right.
And then also it could end up being a long-term situation that you didn't even plan for. It was just supposed to be some fun.
Right.
So have you had any experiences where somebody tried to put that on you?
What, you mean like forcing the relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, too many times. Like I said, I was engaged previously before my relationship. So I was engaged. I took some time to myself, so I actually practiced abstinence for 6 months. That was fun. I learned a lot about myself, And after that 6 months, I started dating several women. And I'm the kind of person, I'm going to date more than one person at a time.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's what dating is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest about it. Like, you're not the only person I'm dating.
So the dating stage for you is very important.
Very important. Hell yeah.
Okay, so y'all out there, just because you are dating somebody, that don't mean you have to commit yourself to them.
Exactly.
That's when you get into a exclusive, I'm gonna be me and you only. Don't worry, baby. I'm not talking to nobody else. When you get to that point, you get there. But I totally agree with you. A lot of people get mad because with dating, feelings still become involved.
Right.
So you'd say if you dating multiple people, one girl feelings might be falling harder for you.
Hell yeah.
And all of that. So sometimes it don't end up being good.
Okay. I agree with you. I've dated people where I felt like I was sexually or mentally attracted to them, but not emotionally. Like, I didn't have an emotional connection to them. So I feel like along the way, I kind of like X people out. Like, say I'm dating 4 people. Okay. I feel, me and her, we could kick it, we could chill, all that, but I don't feel like, I want to cuddle with her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I want to cuddle with her. I don't feel like I want to lay up with her. So I kind of like exit out that way. And that kind of led me to my relationship where I was dating several people and she just happened to be the person I was the most compatible with at the time.
But are you trying to get the emotional connection with her now that you've like made it official?
Yeah. I feel like it's building. It's blossoming. I feel like, sometimes it's not always at her speed. She wants me to move a little quicker. She's like already asking me, "Are you in love?" I'm like, "Whoa!" It's only been 4 months. I'm not in love yet, but I feel like it's a process.
So basically, this is like an episode I just did. You're somewhat emotionally unavailable. Is it a situation where you just like this until you 100% fill the girl out, and then when you feel 1,000% comfortable, you'll just feel like fully let your walls down and become that super, I want to cuddle with you, I want to hold hands and like just be.
Yeah, I feel like it takes a lot for me to be vulnerable with somebody. Okay. I'm not a really vulnerable kind of woman. I could have fun and we could chill and do our thing, but that doesn't mean I'm vulnerable for you. I'm very guarded. Like, when I'm dating a woman, I have like a lot of weird tics to me. So I'm not the kind of person, like, I don't want to sleep next to you. I feel like sleep is a very vulnerable place for me.
Okay.
So I'm going home. 2 o'clock in the morning.
You don't give a fuck.
I'm going home. Every time. Every time I'm going home.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were comfortable with somebody before?
Just in the dating phase?
Yeah, like...
I might have spent the night by accident.
Oh my god.
It wasn't intentional.
Not by accident.
It was
all
an
right,
accident.
But are you more emotionally available for your friends?
Yeah. Like, just like my homegirl?
Yeah, like your homegirl.
Yeah.
You show up for them.
I show love for my friends, yeah. But I feel like it comes from a place where, like, I've been hurt before. I'm not afraid to admit that I've been hurt. So my guards are all the way up when it comes to relationships.
Do you let them know that?
Yeah.
Because when I had my other episode, we was talking about being emotionally unavailable. It was like somebody will make you feel like they want the same things you don't, but they already know how they feel, what type of space they're in, and they won't say nothing to you, and they should. So that's why I asked. If you let somebody know up front, then whatever wave they ride with you, they already knew what they was getting themselves into. But like I said, that's also still like a catch-22, because for instance, my homeboy at my job, he fuck with like 5 girls at the job, and he's like, oh, they all know about each other. But I'm like, bro, this is women. They still have feelings.
Absolutely.
You dicking everybody down. There's other type of feelings involved. Somebody's gonna become upset, and then like a domino effect. They all started. Oh, I can't do this. You can't. Oh, you were her. It was a domino effect. So, and that way it's kind of hard to. You ever like lost your whole roster?
Nah, I never lost the whole roster. I lost a couple. You know what I mean? Because I'm an honest, blunt person. I'm gonna tell you what it is up front. I'm never gonna lie to nobody. Like, listen, I'm not saying it's a competition, but I'm dating other women, and you wanna know that.
So, how much is too much to share in a relationship? Because just because you don't want to lay up with somebody, that doesn't necessarily mean you won't tell them things about you. Nah. You're not saying a word?
Nah. Like, yeah, I'm really guarded. Like, certain things are just off limits. I feel like family, when you're dating someone, I kind of keep that off limits. I keep my family to myself. I'm a mother personally, so my daughter, she's off limits.
Okay.
Until we get into a relationship. And I've had women, we've been dating for a week too. When can I meet your daughter? I'm like, whoa. And I'm the same way. Like, if I'm dating a woman that has children, I'm not interested in meeting your child right now. I'm trying to get to know you and see how compatible me and you are before I start, getting into your personal space.
What if you was with somebody who was like that with you, that was like just openly, y'all conversating and just openly telling you all their business? Would that make you uncomfortable? Would you feel uncomfortable knowing mad stuff about them and they don't know nothing about you? Or it's like, whatever, if you want to share, just share?
Yeah, if you want to share, go off. I've been told that I'm a great listener. I've had people tell me their whole life stories, and I'm going to listen to you, but I'm going to give you what I feel like I'm ready to give at that moment.
Okay, so like you said, with the space that you in, what would be like your green flags, your red flags of dating?
Red flag? That's a good question. Red flag, I would say just moving too fast. Like I said, asking me to meet my child too soon. If I did invite you to my crib, trying to stay the night. I've had that before when I had to look at girls like, what time you going home? Like, you know what I mean? Like, overstaying your welcome sometimes. I feel like that's a red flag. What else? Just divulging too much of your personal information. Like, I don't tell people at work. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain things.
Somebody gonna think you goddamn work for the CIA.
I just might.
They gonna think that you motherfucking top secret service life.
I don't know. I've just always been a very private person.
But you do, like I said, you do feel that you have the capacity, if the right person can break those walls down for you.
Yeah, I feel like those walls are being broken down in my relationship now. I feel like slowly but surely I'm definitely letting her into my space. She's met my family, she's met my daughter, she's always at my house. So I feel like she's getting the better part of me.
So what's a green flag for you?
A green flag, someone that's honest from the jump. Don't feed me a fairy tale, because I'm not gonna feed you one.
Listen.
What I mean? Honesty. I gotta feel like, I look at how your relationship is with your family. I could look at that without me and your family. I could see what kind of person you are. How you treat your family, how you treat other people. That's important to me.
What about like deal breakers?
Big deal breaker for me. I don't like very loud, unruly women. That's a deal breaker. If you come with a lot of drama, I'm too old to deal with that shit. I'm not doing it. Even if you got kids, you got baby daddy drama, I'm not dealing with that, because I don't come with that. Those are some deal breakers. If we want to get a little spicy, hygiene, deal breaker. Mm-hmm. Huge deal breaker.
Let's talk about the hygiene.
We can talk about it.
Because they want to know.
What
do you mean, the hygiene?
Starts with everything. I look at a woman's upkeep. A woman's upkeep is very important to me. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm superficial, but the way you take care of yourself. You can't love me if you don't love you. So I look at the way you take care of yourself. I look at a woman's shoes when I meet her. Shoes tell me a lot. You know what I mean? I look at the way she takes care of her hair. Her smell, her odor, her aura. All of that plays a part.
When I was a kid. Not a kid, but like a teenager, and I started liking girls, the first thing I would look at is their eyebrows. If her eyebrows is not done, I would not fuck with her. I'm like, oh, she don't do her eyebrows, that means she don't be spending no time in the nail salon. Yeah. It was just like little shit. Okay. But as I grew up, man, my whole outlook changed. But I've been in a relationship for almost 6 years now. Okay. But when I was single, my biggest deal breaker was I was fucking with this girl, already had sex with her at this time, mm-hmm. and then fucking a month and a half into me talking to her, I found out she got a 3-month-old son. Now for me, that was a deal breaker, because
but why? You feel like she
should have said something to me.
Okay.
Who says I want to fuck with somebody that got a kid? Okay. At that time, I was not. I was trying to find somebody who was free and single like me. Okay. So for me I started liking the girl, and then she didn't even tell me. I heard the baby crying in the background. That's what makes it worse.
Oh, shit.
So the baby crying in the background, I'm like, who that? I think she's going to say my little brother. She's like, oh, that's my son. My son? What?
Okay.
I'm like, oh, how old is your baby?
Yeah.
Because if she would have said 1 or something, 2, I'd have been like, all right, you know what? She had a baby for a while. She probably was a little nervous. She said 3 months. I said, oh, she just was getting some dick probably yesterday.
Yeah.
So then that just like turned me all the way off to the whole situation.
Yeah.
But I just feel like she should have told me up front to give me the option to even fuck with her. Because, bitch, you wasted my time. I could have been fucking somebody else that I like. But even if everything happens for a reason, but I just didn't appreciate that. That's why I like honesty too. Just be honest with me.
Honesty is important.
If you honest with me and I want to fuck with you, I'm gonna fuck with you regardless.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't take a lot for me to want to fuck with you,
Yeah.
or you not even lying, just withholding information. I don't like that.
See, I agree with you. Me, I don't mind if you got a kid, like, cause I have a child. I have 1, but I do got a max. If you got 3, like, oh, all right, you crossing the line. But I dealt with a girl who had a child, and I didn't mind that. The deal breaker was the first date. She shows up and she got her child with her.
Oh no!
She brought her child with her to the restaurant, and I didn't know this.
Oh, kids meal. Oh no!
I was just like, whoa! Like I feel like you set me up. Like you didn't even give me the option of being like, let's reschedule when you got some babysitting or something.
Some real time. Like, don't get me wrong, y'all, because I don't want nobody to say, oh, what's wrong with women with kids? The girl I'm with now, my fiance, 6 years. I have a 13-year-old. Well, he just turned 14. A 14-year-old stepson. So I grew out of that. I know you said you're more masculine. Do you wear strap-ons in the bedroom?
Yes, I do. I'm a strap queen.
Hold on.
The strap queen. You don't see the shirt? Get ready, the pussy slayer. That's me.
Damn. You got a reputation?
I do.
Anybody I know?
Probably. You be outside? You go to the parties? Outside.
Now that you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
What are your do's and don'ts in a relationship? Because it was already hard enough to get you to the commitment part. So now that you're in a relationship, like, what are you not going for? Like as far as the mentality, like, oh, you can't touch my phone, or I'm still sleeping on the couch and I'll let you know when I get comfortable enough to let you sleep in the bed with me, or you still got to go home even though we're in a relationship.
Nah, she don't have to go home.
What has changed? Like, that's what I want to,
like,
what's the
change? She don't have to go home. She can stay the night. But I do have a phone rule. I'm the kind of person, I don't go through phones. I don't want to go through your phone. Don't touch my phone. I'm very like that. I feel like I'm just honest, and if I tell you I'm committed to you, I'm committed to you. So I don't play the phone game. That's my biggest don't touch my phone. That's just me personally. And my girlfriend, she's the complete. She's like, what are you hiding? Why can't I go to your phone? What? I'm like, we grown as fuck. Like,
I'm not your girlfriend. I know they say if you got to go through somebody's phone, you shouldn't be with them. But every person in America, man, woman, child, even children, you get a tingle in your gut when you know something ain't right. And sometimes it be that phone. And as hard as it may be to say, you know what, I'm gonna just trust this person. Sometimes you got to go through that motherfucking phone. I am leading the protest. I am FBI, CIA. If I get that gut feeling and it's going off like it's too consistent, and then on top of the fact you acting weird, or you can forget about it. Because as soon as you go to sleep or whatever the case may be, I'm in every app in the phone. Just in case you made an app disguised as another app. I'm in the text-free app. I'm in deleted. I'm in emails. I'm going to your emails back to before I met you.
Damn.
Don't play with me.
But how you getting in the phone? You got the passcode?
Yeah, I got the code.
See, nobody's getting my passcode.
What do you mean?
Nah.
No, you're not gonna be acting super weird to me, and you live in my house.
Nah.
No, we got to see what's going on around these parts.
And
then and then it was one time, I didn't even want to really go through the phone. It was just the phone fell in the rice. You know, you turn the phone on to make sure to cut back on the rice. When I turned that motherfucker on, the whole shit changed my whole life. You know, I talked about this on the podcast already. Y'all already know. I found out my ex was fucking niggas for money, getting money. So we not gonna go through all that again. But even though that was a longer relationship, I still feel like I don't give a fuck how long we've been dating, bitch. If you giving me weird signs, I'm going through the phone. Because if you ask me for mine, I'm giving mine up with no problem. But that's just me. Okay. I feel like I'm an oversharer. And I tend to be, I'm like that from the beginning of a relationship. Okay. And I kind of wish I was better with having some type of guard up. Because I'm one of those people that I believe you until I can prove that it's a lie. Type shit. So you could feed me the whole world. And I'm going to believe you. I'm going to believe you. But once I find out that it's over, I become a demon. And I don't like that. And then I feel like you wasted my time and all that. So yeah, maybe I need to be a little bit more emotionally unavailable with my personal information. Okay. More so than anything. Okay. Because like I said, I tend to just like overshare, and then before I know it, I'm in a relationship for 42 years. Because I'm a relationship person. Okay. 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, now 6 years. Okay. So I don't even give myself a chance to date around. I've never been in like a situation that you are, how you can happily just date. Yeah. Because I'm like a girl in my emotions. So as soon as I start liking you, it's over. No, I don't want to talk to nobody else. Okay. I just want to talk to you. Okay. Like, so what was your longest relationship?
Oh, that's a good question. All right, so I was married to a man. Okay. That's how my daughter came about. So my marriage to my ex-husband, that was my longest relationship. We was together for about 8 years. Okay. I got married really young, 21.
Oh wow. Yeah. This was like high school love type thing?
It wasn't even high school. I met him when I was like 19, and then it just moved too fast. But I got a beautiful daughter out of it, so I don't regret that at all. And so that was my longest relationship. But when it comes to a female, I was previously engaged and we were together for 4 years.
Not bad either. So you got some time under your belt to some situation.
Yeah, I'm an old lady.
So you've been through enough to understand what like date around phase should consist of and what you already don't want to do. Because you know some people date around, they never had like a real serious relationship, and that's all they know. But it's good that you come from that, so you. Yeah. So you did right.
So that's how I feel. Like, that's why when I started dating, I was like, oh, this shit is fun. Like, I never did this before. I was married at such a young age, had a baby at such a young age. So I feel like I'm living my 20s. I mean, in my 30s, I'm living how I should have been living in my 20s.
When you in a new relationship, what do you think is considered too soon to go on vacation together?
Nah, never too soon.
Never too soon?
Nah, I was with my girl. Well, we made it official May 7th. I took her to Miami for Sweet Heat. What was that, like May 16th?
Bro, yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not going on vacation with no girl.
That tells you everything.
No, yeah, but I'm not doing that the first month, 2 months, 3 months. Nah, not even. Like 6, 7 months in. We can start talking about going on vacations together.
Why? I'm curious.
What you mean? Why I'm curious?
I'm curious.
Why I'm curious? For me personally, just like how you say you like to date for one period of time before you get with somebody, I'm not like that, but I don't have sex for a long period of time. Okay. I don't do certain things for a long period of time. So I wouldn't go on vacation early thinking that they're going to expect to do something with me or we're going to be on this vacation boning, and none of that is happening. So I feel like I wouldn't even waste a vacation if I can't get crazy on the hotel balcony. And I'm not doing all that. Wait till I'm comfortable with you. Okay. And like I said, if I'm comfortable with you, I'll go anywhere with you. But I ain't hit it. I ain't invested no money in it, no time until after I hit it. Okay. But that's still gonna take a while. And if you impatient, you're not the girl for me. Because I don't like, for me personally, I don't like nobody who will fuck me as soon as they meet me. Okay. That's a turn off to me. I agree. So. Yeah, that's how I just found my way. Shit. Okay. Alright, so when is it too soon to meet the parents?
That's a good... Oh, damn. Too soon to meet the parents. I feel like every person is different. Every situation is different. Me, I rule with my mother. My mother is like my best friend. My mother is also... She's a lesbian.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my mom is a lesbian, and she still thinks she's 20. So when I'm out partying... 9 times out of 10, I'm with my mother. My mother is what some might consider a stud. So 9 times out of 10, I'm always with my mother. If we partying, I'm with my mother. If I'm on vacation, I'm with my mother. Like, we roll like bros, but she's my mother. So a girl, 9 times out of 10, if you meeting me at a party or at an event, you're gonna meet my mother. If you feel special off of that, that's your business. Because 9 times out of 10, my mother is telling me if you a go or if you a no. You know what I mean? Like, we just have that kind of relationship. So a lot of women have met my mother very early because she's always with me. That's like my bro. But when it comes to meeting other women's parents, I kind of like, I try to fall back from it. I don't know. Yeah.
For me personally, when I let everybody meet my mother. I know it's not a good thing, But it's just how I am, and the same kind of like the same situation with you. Like my mother's legit my best friend in the world.
Yeah.
My mother is not a lesbian, but shout out to my mother, the real OG. My mother did 15 years in prison for manslaughter, and while she was in prison, she did have a girlfriend whose name she has tattooed on her thigh. Her name is Panama. Shout out to Panama. She was like the first female boxer for Panama. You know, when I first came out and I started bringing girls around, my mother, I guess to try to make me feel comfortable, she used to throw that in there. Like, yeah, y'all know I had a girlfriend. So, like, my mother always been down for me, and that's why I probably feel so comfortable to bring her around, and she's like a good judge of character.
Yeah.
My mother's judge of character is good. She know when somebody good and she know when they not good. So, I always try to, if my mother don't vibe with you, it's a wrap. You can't be around me. Not even a little bit. So I know you said that you have a daughter.
I do.
And you don't like nobody even bring her up. I know you said you've been in this relationship for 4 months. Is it the 4 months of dating? I mean, the 4 months relationship plus the dating that made you comfortable to show? To introduce her.
It was the dating part, just me telling her that I had a daughter, you know, her asking about my child. I feel like it's so important when you're dealing with someone that has a child. Sometimes people won't even ask you. They'll ask you, how was your day? But they won't say, how's your child doing? Yeah. You know what I mean? Even if you never met the child, how's your child doing? How are you doing in school? Questions like that. My daughter's 14, so I'm very mindful of bringing people around her because she already has her own opinion. You know what I mean? She's grown up and she has her own personality. So when I did finally bring my girlfriend around my daughter, I really focused on their interaction. And I even, you know, when she left, I'm asking my daughter questions. How did you feel about her?
As you should.
You know what I mean? How did she make you comfortable? What did you like about her? Is there anything you didn't like? You know what I mean? So all of that played a part into me being like, all right, I could commit myself to you.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know people don't be, as far as like, to me it really depends on the age, but when people say they got a kid, I feel like some people really just brush it off. And on top of the fact, if you're not letting me meet your kid immediately, so I don't even care to ask about it. Because you know how some people feel like, kind of get offended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for her to be patient and ask about the kid and not pressure you on, oh, well, when I'm going to meet your kid, or when we going to have dinner together.
Exactly.
Like,
that was big for me.
Yeah, I like that. That's good for me.
Yeah.
What's your girlfriend's sign?
She's a Scorpio.
And what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer. 2 water signs. Yeah.
Wow.
What that mean?
Oh.
Oh.
But when you said Cancer, for you, I know Cancers, they sensitive. They this, they that, and you just
I told you I'm a weirdo. Like, I'm a different kind of Cancer. I'm not sensitive at all. Like, I'm very, like, a lot of people tell me, like, I'm emotionally disconnected, and I don't agree. I don't agree.
All right, the last thing I'm going to ask, I'm going to make it about astrology.
Go ahead.
Do you believe in that sign compatibility stuff?
Absolutely. 100%. My ex-fiance was a Scorpio. It's so crazy. Their birthdays are a day apart. That wasn't planned either, but I feel like I'm very compatible with certain zodiac signs. Like, I've dated a woman that was a Gemini. Totally. We're not compatible at all.
Do you ask that when you first start dating?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You ask that. If she say, oh, the sign that you hate the most, you curving her right then and there?
I'm not saying I'm going to curve her. I'm going to give it a chance. But I already know, like, I've dated enough to know how this is going to go. If that makes sense. Yeah. I've been around, I've been around the town. So I know how this is going to go.
Oh. All right. So what you know about an Aries?
Aries? I've never dated an Aries before. I know that they're air signs.
Fire.
I've heard that they're not.
We the first fire sign.
Oh, they're fire signs. Aries?
Yes, we are the first.
Okay. I've heard that they're not really in touch with their emotions.
Huh?
I've heard that. But I've never dated an Aries before.
That's semi. We are cold to an extent.
Okay.
But, you just gotta get to know us. Okay. We like that person who looks mad mean when you see them, and then when you start talking to them, they be like, oh, you was really nice.
Yeah.
So what's your last words for anybody out here who's coming out of, because you said you done came out of marriages, you done came out of long-term relationships, you done did it all. For somebody who's trying to be able to date as loosely as you did for like a year, like, because sometimes they can't make it that long without getting in a relationship. Yeah. What do you need to do to really take that break that you really need for yourself and really find what you want? Tell the people.
I would say most importantly, just living your truth. That's so important. Living your truth. I always said, like, I told people, like, I always felt like a caged butterfly. I know people say birds, but I like butterflies. I always felt like a caged butterfly in my marriage because I wasn't living in my truth. And it's so important to just find yourself. We're all on our own personal journeys in this lifetime. And it's all about your energy speaking for itself. You know what I mean? Your energy introduces you before you even speak. So living your truth and, find your purpose.
Heavy on it. You heard it? Find your purpose. I always say every time on this podcast, no matter what we talk about, I used to make sure I used to say that at the end of the show. Just living your truth and be your best you. I kind of got away from that, but I think y'all already get the point. We all trying to evolve. Like I said, y'all see from season 1 to season now how much I've changed and my thought process has changed. But and all in all, the one thing that never changes, I just always been myself. So y'all just keep that same energy, and we'll catch y'all next episode. Y'all know the vibes. We out of here.